Hey, yo, what's up, my people? It's Xcript right here on the Ugandan Boy Podcast, man. Representing West Nile region right here in the building right now. We're about to talk and get engaged in so many stuffs, Joe. So tune in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go.
I'm from a beautiful place, the Pearl of Africa. Hailing with a 256, it's in my blood. That's a gem where the mountains rise. With stories untold, the tapestry of cultures unfolding, so vibrant and bold. A symphony of stars, a celestial light. The drums beating, echoing through the night, just like a beacon of light. A reflection that's coming up from the Nile. I'm flowing straight into the heart of Africa with timeless stories untold. What's up, dog?
Welcome once again to the Ugandan Boy Talk Show, on the podcast where I bring people from all over the world, Uganda, America, famous people, regular people, and everybody out there who wants to share their journey and their story on this podcast with a goal to inspire somebody out there. And today I'm honored to have Xcript on the podcast. This has been a long one coming. I remember when you reached out to me wanting to be on the podcast, and we were trying to figure out a day that's going to work for both of us. So I'm honored to have you on my podcast, brother.
I appreciate. It's been an honor. I've been looking forward to this day for a very long time. And here I am. So it feels special to me for sure.
I remember the first time I was so connected with you. I know we've never met, but you commented on one of my reels, and then you said something like, the words I'm about to spit on this podcast. I don't know what reel was that. Like, I think it was Max's post. Like the words I'm about to turn. And this was before even we reached out like we're going to do a podcast. It was just like you were just speaking it in prophecy or like in the future.
Yeah, like it was more of a manifestation, something like that. You know,
that's a perfect word.
Yeah, I just manifested the whole thing. I'm like, I think I remember the lines well. I think I stated something like, I'm really looking forward to speaking some great inspiration and sense into this podcast when I finally get to be here. Something like that.
I was like, who is this guy? And I just went down to just dive into, and then I saw you came and stayed, and you've been engaged on the content that I've put out. I really appreciate, and I don't take anything for granted. So I'm honored to have you here. First of all, I'd like to give you your flowers on your achievements that you've done. I noticed your song, actually 2 songs that were nominated in the UG Hip Hop Awards that we're going to talk about later on. Your collaborations with Lily Ahawe, she was here on the podcast and we talked about it a little bit. And Unit UG?
Unit Original.
Congratulations on that. And then you had the song... What song was nominated for Northern Artist?
Yeah, Comfortable, featuring a Northern artist as well. He's a rapper. He's from Arua. It's called Rapper Blue Teeth.
I'll start with that. Just we're not going to talk about the songs in depth. Maybe I'll bring it back. But like the feeling of finding out that your song has been nominated. I've had a chance to be nominated in multiple awards in Uganda, and just that feeling that somebody notices your work and you're nominated in this list, it was special for me. How was it like for you finding out that your work was nominated?
Whoa, I was thrilled. I remember when at first, the first feeling I got was like, what? Is this real? Because I saw my name like, the top list, Xcript, Body Real, Best Collaboration. I'm like, no way. I first went on my knees. I'm like, this is something that I always thought about, like being recognized right now. It just feels out of place. But I felt in place at that particular moment. I was like, whoa, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
It's a good feeling. And no matter what comes out of that, like even a nomination is already a win itself. Like no matter what comes after that, it's a win itself. It's like, it gives you that credit that, your work is noticed and you're doing a very great job. So... I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You use the name Xcript. How did you come up with that name, and what's your original name?
The name Xcript comes literally based on my identity as an artist, a performing artist, and at the same time from my original name, which is Crispus Opakruth, because those are my full names. Crispus Opakruth. So when I looked at me as an artist and what I literally, you know, normally try to write and present, then I just understood that yeah, I'm trying to like build a legacy. I'm trying to write down a story, and my music is based on literally things surrounding me. So I knew that I'm literally, scripting, more of writing a script of my own legacy.
Yeah.
So that's where the whole thing came in, script. But then I had to say, okay, it needs to stand out. I can't just call myself script. I needed to make something,
Unique.
very unique about the name. That's where I replaced the S with an X. Then it became script. Yeah.
I apologize to you. I think I did apologize on that because I remember when I was talking about the name, I called you Xcript because I didn't know how to pronounce it, but like the X is like unique.
Yeah.
So, how did your music journey start? Because you were from the northern Uganda. How did you get into music the first time?
I remember it was 2020 when COVID hit. And by that time, I was in my second year at the university. I'd not started doing music yet, but I've always imagined myself as an artist because throughout my life, like music has always been my thing, like passion. I had so much passion for the dance. So 2020 COVID hit and I'm like, whoa, right now we're on lockdown, we're just home idolizing. I remember I was just writing music just at home, writing music. I'm like, why would I just be writing music when I can actually go to the studio and do something, So I had to walk a distance, walking to the studio. I had to walk because everything there was curfew and all that. I had to walk to the studio. I met a producer called Deepan. By that time I was in Nebi. I met a producer called Deepan and we worked on my first song. It was called Transparency. So that was it. It was during lockdown and I realized that actually a lot is going on in the world and there are so many people that this COVID thing has come and it's hitting them. They have not achieved some of the dreams that they always thought they could do. And I'm like, maybe this is an opening eye for me, I can't just hold back with the gifts that God gave me. It's time to share it with the world. That's when I realized that no, I can't hold this gift to myself. So I just got up one morning after writing a few songs and I just went to the studio. Like 2 hours we recorded that song. I was amazed by it. I just texted it chap to my friends on WhatsApp. So that was it. It was around May 2020. That's when I got to the studio and I did my first song. And it was literally just me realizing that enough is enough. I can't sleep on my talent anymore. Yeah.
That's a beautiful story, and I'm happy you shared it with us because I wanted to just get that out of the way so people know how you study your music. We're gonna dive actually deep into like comparison of the things you do and actually the songs you've performed. But I just wanted the listeners to know why you're here, who you are, and your music. So you are a rapper. Would you consider yourself a rapper or like a...
Most people say, they always call me that, a rapper, but I always tell them I'm an artist. I call myself an artist, yeah. So I don't want to confine myself as a rapper because I love to evolve. I'm an artist that is still trying to find this sound. However much I'm sure that this is my sound, there's always need for improvement. And I feel like confining me as a rapper is going to put me in a box. And I'm not someone who likes to be in a box. Yeah, I love to experience things and experiment things. So I rather prefer to be called an artist because I feel like that's a general term. So I can literally be a creative at the same time. I love fashion. So I do a lot of...
I agree 100% with you. Being an artist is an open book. Like you can literally do anything. Like you can sing, you can paint, you can fashion, like all that stuff. But also recently, since I follow you on Instagram, I noticed like you were into some kind of music. I listened to Caesar, some joints. Like you like Caesar's music. I am big in Caesar's music. Like SOS, the first album was really good, and the latest one that she has released. I don't know. I don't understand the second one she has released because it has some songs from SOS. So I don't know what was going on.
I think the second one is more of like a deluxe. Deluxe normally has a combination of new and the old.
Okay.
So the new SOS she released was like a couple of years back.
Yeah.
When she released. Then this was the same the same songs that were there on the previous album, but with again new songs on it. She has, I think, like 12 new tracks on that, plus the previous one. So that's normally how a deluxe is. Yeah.
I have some questions for you for it's called This or That. So you pick this or that, and then you tell us what you like. But this one is just in my head. It's not the one I wrote down that I wanted to start with. Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick, all the way.
Why?
Oh my God. I love the authenticity behind Kendrick's creating. Like his music, like I feel like it resonates with me a lot when I listen to his lyrics only, like his lyrics only. It's so poetic that it puts your mind in a state where you start to imagine things. Like sometimes besides just imagining, you'll be like, okay, what is he actually talking about? Like it's not straight to the point, like, and I like how he normally, looks at himself as a person while creating his art,
Yeah.
like his previous album before even GNX dropped, when he was talking about his past, the things that he has been going through, that is Mr. Morrow and the Big Stepper. Like that whole album is so therapeutic to me. I listen to it back and forth like almost every time. And I wonder why people say that is actually his worst album, because I feel like there is so much something very educative on that album. So he's just a genius. That's all I can say.
I like Kendrick, but I don't know. Before their beef, I was really a Drake person. Like I like Drake. I like his songs are vibey. Like I connect with Drake's songs. Like I can vibe to them more. Like but I really don't like the beef in the music industry. I like Drake, but then I also understand Kendrick's perspective and like when he hits.
I'm not ruling Drake out. Yeah, I love Drake too. The best part of Drake's music, I think for me, it's the melodic part of Drake. I love that part of him a lot. And his music, commercial-wise, does so amazing.
So well.
Like, he knows how to dive into that part. So he's really a genius too. Yeah. But when it comes to the two, I'll always go with Kendrick. Yeah.
Now we're starting the official This or That after that. Writing lyrics in the studio or freestyle on the spot? Which one would you?
Studio.
Collaborating with other artists or going solo on a track?
Solo.
Crazy. I thought you were going to pick collaboration because you've done a lot of collaborations though.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, the truth is I haven't been doing collaboration. Yeah. Like this has been the first last two releases. I've actually the next one that is coming, I also collabed because I've just been trying to collab because people have been telling me, why are you not collabing? Why are you not collabing?
Yeah.
I've always been dropping singles mostly. Then I started making a collabo last year and people are like, we need more collabos. So I've always been, I don't know. That's why I felt like maybe I was in the comfort zone. I wasn't trying to collab a lot. But to me, collaboration, normally, I have to make sure that the person I'm working with, I connect with them. So I guess that's where my challenge has always been when it comes to collaboration. Like, it takes a lot for me to collab with someone. I have to make sure that actually even the person, he or herself, is willing to put in the much energy as much as I'm pouring into the collab. So I think that's where always the thin line is between those.
Performing live or recording in the studio?
Performing live. I love being on the stage. Like, I've always been on the stage since high school. So whenever I'm on the stage, there is that feeling like, besides just the crowd itself, the atmosphere always when I'm on the stage, I feel like I'm a different person, but it's always the same me.
Yeah.
Then the feeling in the studio is always like, I am that person, but I'm like in a therapy mode. Then on a stage, it's another feeling. Yeah. So the two feelings are always in between, but I always go with the other feeling on the stage.
I'm not an artist or anything, but even just watching people perform live, I love the energy that the audience brings to you, especially when the audience is into your song. That is like...
Exactly.
That's like my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Especially when you hear the crowd singing along with your song. That always, like, for me, is the best when performers or like pause
Yeah.
for a second, and you hear this whole stadium is
For
just
real.
singing your song. Like that gives me goosebumps.
That's when you know that actually your music is really impacting people, especially when it has a lot of meaning and sense. And everyone is singing it one by one. Oh my God. It's beautiful.
Have you had an opportunity to perform live a lot or no?
Yeah, I've been actually doing a couple of shows. Last year, I did a couple of shows. Yeah, we started this thing called live living room live session. We did the first segment last year. Then I've been having these other shows like at the universities where they could, book me and call me to come and perform live. And always love the energy, that comes with it. So it's always amazing, yeah.
Traditional Ugandan beats or modern trap beats? Which one would you go with?
Modern trap beat.
Yeah.
The sounds I love. First, I love my sound is hip hop.
Okay.
That's a fact. I can't deny that. It's hip hop. But then I always try to fuse, because I have other music that you find that I'm fusing the Afrobeat part of,
Fusion.
this context of ours, yeah? Yeah, so that is now where the Afrofusion comes in. So there are sounds that I always create, bringing different elements of hip hop, and then the drum patterns in our traditional culture. Then that's where the Afrobeat comes in. So I normally create some sort of, Afro hip hop, something like that. So my sound is also not so much boxed, like confined. So at times you find me jumping on a real hip hop track, totally hip hop. Then you find me on a Afrofusion, then Afrobeat sometimes. So I'm just an artist that loves to experiment. So I don't have a specific genre.
Again, this goes back to what we talked about in the beginning of you putting yourself in a box and just an artist. An artist is open to do pretty much anything. Architecture projects or music projects? Which one would you go with?
Oh my God, that's a hard one, because I love the two oh my God, I love the two so much.
Which one do you do which one do you practice the most?
Practice the most, I think music. I love being in the studio the most. Then the architecture project bit of it, I also find time for it. I also do it a lot. I think it's 50-50. Honestly, I don't want to cheat on any of them. Yeah, I think it's 50-50.
I've had somebody give me go right in the middle, so I think I'll take that. But speaking of architecture project, I want to congratulate you. And you gave us a graduation freestyle, and recently you just graduated with a second class degree in architecture, bachelor's degree in architecture. Congratulations. I love to see that Uganda is bringing up some people that are well educated in the music industry. Like, it's not back in the day where everybody thought like whoever doesn't go to school will go into music, but you see professionalism into music. Talk to us about your journey into your graduation and leading to that.
My journey into the graduation, first of all, man, ARC school, ARC school is something else. But honestly, when I was in my 5th year, that was the year that we all were waiting for. I was like, it's time to leave this place. This is literally my last semester. This is my last project. I was doing it with all my heart, all my body, all my soul. I'm like, no, I have to make sure that this thesis, this project is the best that I've done so that I can literally graduate. I needed to come out of the university so that I could also focus more on the music, because I was doing the music, doing the ARC school. So I was juggling the two. So when we finished our final presentation, that was late June, I was so amazed. The whole ARC school was so amazed. We can't wait for this day, man. Results came out. I made it. I saw all my... Oh God, that feeling. I don't know how to describe that feeling, because it was so amazing. I saw my name on the list. I'm like, actually, I'm graduating. Then I saw my CGPA, man. I was thrilled. I'm actually getting a second class upper.
Especially in your position where you're juggling music, you're juggling life, and then you're juggling school. I actually have a lot of friends who went to, is it IUE? IUE? Is it that? Yeah.
IUE.
IUE.
Yeah.
I had friends who went there, also graduated at the same time you graduated. They were in different courses.
Yeah.
But yeah, that life of school, and I saw you celebrating with your family. It's really good. It's a good feeling, and just getting that paper, that document. Many people have not been able to get it. And congratulations on that.
I appreciate.
You recently did the 2 gas station clips where you go to the gas station and just do like a freestyle, like just sing at the gas station. How did you get that idea? I look at those clips, I'm like, that's a good idea. I like the background of the gas station. I think for me, it makes me think a lot about the US, because a lot of hip hop people like the gas station. Like, what was it for you? Like, what's behind that? Why you wanted to go to the gas station?
Now the gas station thing, I think it was the idea. I don't know. The idea, I didn't actually picture it from anywhere. There was a time me and my colleague went to the movies, yeah? So there was Gladiator showing. So we went to the movies, just recent, like a couple of months back. We went to the movies. When the movies are done, we left Arena Mall, and then we're headed back home. Then we stopped at the gas station. And when we stopped at the gas station, we all came out like, we started taking a few photos. Then one of my colleagues was like, do you know that we can actually have, you do for us something here. It can actually be something good. Like, I rarely see people record clips and share stuffs from the gas station. I'm like, are you sure it's a good idea? I'm like, okay, let's try. We did the first thing. We fueled the car. We left the place. I posted it. I saw it was amazing. I told my guy, you know what? We have to go back to the gas station. We have to go back to the gas station. Basically, that was it. I said, like, no, I love this. Let's go back to the gas station. Maybe that can actually be like, in my sort of content, that can be as one of my niche. Like, this is a guy that is always at the gas
station guy.
What is he doing at the gas? Yeah. So I'm like, this can be my brand. So let's go back to the gas station. So yeah, I have more clips from the gas station coming. So let them stay tuned for it.
It's through something like that. Like, people know you as like, oh, this is the guy from the gas station. Like,
Yeah.
he always makes clips there.
Exactly.
And no, I love them, and it's unique because I had not seen anybody else do that in Uganda. Which it could help, like, in your branding, or like people get to know you through that.
Yeah.
Earlier in the introduction, I congratulated you about the awards of Body Re-Up that you did. I know we didn't dive into the actual song itself, how you came up with it. You had 3 people on there. Who was it? Whose idea was it to come up with the song, and walk us through the process of creating that song?
Actually, Body Re-Up, there is an original Body. It's just Body. Then the Re-Up is more of like a remix.
Okay.
Then, because Body, I released officially Body in 2022. That is in the summer of 2022, around late July, I think. That's when I released Body. So Body is a track that actually I did, me basically just trying to fantasize, looking at, a beautiful woman and literally fantasizing of how beautiful she is in and out. Then when 2023 came in, by that time I'd met Lilia Habwe. She's a very talented, I don't even know the words to use to describe that lady, but she's so talented. I love her voice a lot, and I love the melody that she puts out. I met her, I'm like, oh, we need to work, we need to do something. I've been looking forward to creating an EP. We talked a lot of stuff. Then she was like, yeah, definitely, let's work. Then I called her one time. I'm like, maybe we should fix an appointment. You come to Buziga. There's a studio called Secret Studio, run by The Maker. Then she was like, yeah, I think we can do something. Then I also called Unity Original. I've known Unity for some time. He's in a group called Entertainment District. That's called The Gang. It's located in Chitintale for a while now. These are all like the new urban wave, yeah? The UG guys. So I'm like, yeah, Unity, let's do something. Then, because Lily is coming, you can come in the studio. We can create like the whole day. So when they came, I played them one of my song, which is Body. I'm like, I'm looking forward to actually making a remix of this song. Guys are like, we love this. Can we do it? I'm like, definitely, let's jump on this. And that was history. That's how we came up with the whole re-up thing. It's more of a remix, but we decided to call it a re-up instead.
So I got a chance to listen to that song when Lily was here and she talked about it. It was a really good song. Even her lines in the song, your lines in the song, really matched up. And I think the remix was really dope. And I'm glad to see that song got recognized in the awards, and it's an addition to you, and the world will know your name. So everybody who was reading that nomination list, like, they know. And I don't know who won the. Did I win the award, or did it not win the award?
It didn't win the award. It was a guy called AC. Yeah, AC.
Okay.
AC is the one that won the award. Yeah.
Again, that's what I said earlier. Whether you win or not, it's as long as you're on that list, your name is out there. And every time somebody mentions your name on any list of a nomination, that's a win itself for you, like, even up there. Like, can you imagine, like, how many hip hop collaborations are out there in Uganda, but your name was on the list? Like, that's a win itself. And the nomination for the Northern Artist of the Year, I think it was Northern Artist of the Year, was it?
Yeah, Northern Artist of the Year.
How cool was that, like, to represent your connection with the roots in the Northern Uganda? Like, you're out here and, like, your song is up there.
It was a special moment for me. Like, the fact that I'd actually the entire 2024 I'd just put one song out. And for that effort, I was recognized as the Northern Artist of the Year. It felt more amazing than ever. Because I'm like, it means that actually people see a lot in me that I'm not maybe seeing, because it felt amazing in a way that I respect my roots a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at where I come from, there is the West Nile region, there is the northern region itself, where we have Gulu, Lira, Kitgum. Those are like 6 to 7 districts almost in the north.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the West Nile region. We have Arua, Nebi, Pakwach, Lira. Now, all those, they make up the northern Uganda. But we have a West Nile in the northern region, and we have the north itself also, where we have some other districts. So there are more than 12 districts in the northern region. And to be on that list, it felt amazing. I'm like, oh my God, this is special for me. And I was so grateful. First time to be nominated, and I got 2 nominations, and that was amazing. It was amazing.
And that won't be the last. It only goes up from here. So just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your music, and your music is really good. I've listened to it, and a lot of people, maybe the people who are listening, tuning in, who have not checked out your music, you will tell them where they can stream your music, and I'm sure next time we'll come back here and you have multiple awards, and you're like, yep, I never cheated myself. I just kept going. Are there any particular artists or genres that inspire your music? Elevate your podcast game today. Are you looking for a perfect place to record your podcast in Kampala? Look no further. Dance-Off Studios, located at Ivory Plaza on Wilson Street, Level 3, Room 4, is a perfect place for you. Dance-Off Studios has professional recording equipment, comfortable and creative environment, expert for all your podcast needs. Book your session today. Find them on all social media platforms or reach out to them directly to secure your spot. Let them make your podcast dream a reality. Dance-Off Studios, where stories come to life.
Yeah, quite a lot. When I look at lately, I've been listening to a lot of Afrobeats. Yeah. I've been loving it a lot. Like, I love how Rema, Omale, then Burna Boy, what they do with Afrobeat. Now, for Burna Boy, it's more of how he fuses it. Like, he has this Afrofusion in his music. He does samples of Western artists on Afrobeat track. I love how, like, authentic he fuses it. Then when it comes to Omale, I love his originality. Like, his music connects so much, and it has helped me a lot also through my own struggles. Like, when you listen to his music, there is always a part of you that feels something.
That's
like
true.
There is emotion to it a lot. Yeah. Then with Rema, I love Rema, how he does a lot of that man can experiment sounds. Like his new album, when I listen to it, I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, that was the first listen in. But by the time I listened to the album the second, the third time, I'm like, this guy is something else because the sound is crazy.
Yeah.
Like this song called Ozeba, 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 Ozeba. Oh my God. I listened to that song the first time. I'm like, no, this song is not it.
Yeah.
But by the time I was listening to that song the fifth time, that song is a groove. Like it's a groove. Some guys tend to call him now the Travis Scott of Africa. Like they relate Ozeba to this song called Fin. Like Rema is just some other guy. Like that's why when it comes to the African artists, me, I put him up there because this is a guy that is not boxed. He's not boxed. Like I remember when he came into the scene itself, like he was doing like trap. Then out of nowhere, he blew up with doing, the real Afrobeat. Then right now, he's taking it to a whole nother level. Like his sound has been progressing from one thing to other. So it's just amazing. Like, so Rema, Burna Boy, or Malay, those are just my favorite.
Do you have any in Uganda?
I love Ryonga. I love Ryonga a lot. I love his sound. Yeah, I love what he does with his music. I love Navio too. Then the ladies, I think I love Rema's sound. Rema has a unique touch to her voice.
Rema Namakula?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there is this group, K&K, Katalea and Kando. Though lately they have been a bit not trending the way they were, but their sound is so good. I love their sound as well. Then, of course, I love this guy. I love Fik Fameka. Then I love, is it Ava or Eva? Ava Peace.
I think it was Ava Peace. Yeah.
Yeah. But now my favorite Ugandan artist among all the male and the female is Azawi.
Azawi, yeah.
That one.
Oh.
Yeah, Azawi, yeah.
Azawi is good.
Yeah, she's my favorite. Yeah, she's good. I love her a lot, yeah.
The guys who say, spell the word boy. Boy. Have you heard of those guys? The thing.
Yeah.
What's her name?
That is Legacy. Yeah? Legacy and is it Omunubi, something like that. Those guys are
funny as hell.
Yeah. They are funny. Yeah. Spell the word boy.
Those guys, Omunubi, and I watch their clips. I'm like, these guys are crazy. It's like the way they come up with their
they are.
It's funny. Is one of them from like the northern Uganda?
I think
Omunubi.
The Omunubi guy. Yeah, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of traits. Because I haven't met him by the way. I haven't met him. Perhaps this year I'll get to meet him. I love his sense of style. Like he has that originality to his sound. And then there are a few character traits that when I hear some of his sound, I think he's from the North region. If not from the North, some people say that maybe he's a Musudani, something like that. But I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm not sure. So I would love to meet him. Yeah, those guys are vibe like, they jump on the drill tracks.
I've listened to Wonder JR's rap. There's that song they did with Ryonga and where the water was coming on I think it was a freestyle. I don't know. Did you see that clip?
It's a freestyle.
There were three guys.
I saw that clip. There are three guys.
Who was the third guy? I don't remember his name. But that was dope
some
too.
other tall guy. He's also a tall guy. Yeah. It was dope.
Okay.
Yeah, dope.
But to go back to the question I asked you for your inspirations, and I'm glad you mentioned Rema and the way he plays with sound, because that reminded me of a clip where he went to perform. I think it was Afro Nation or somewhere, and they messed up his sound, and he refused to sing. He's like, no, you can't just mess up my sound like that. Like, so that connected me, like how he appreciates sounds and how he wants to sing for the people in a good sound. So when they mess up his sound on the stage, he just refused to sing. Like, I'm not gonna sing. What does success look like to you as an artist?
To me, it would feel like, this moment where someone reaches out to you. It may not be a lot of people, but someone reaches out to you, says, it can just be a comment under your post or your music that you've posted. Someone says, man, your music has helped me through a lot. That would be, I would feel like, actually, because literally that's what I as a person, I intend to do with my sound. Because there's always a story behind it. That would be like one of the biggest achievement to me when someone says, your music is helping me a lot. Like, it's helping me. Whether emotionally, spiritually, I don't know. Whatever the person is going through, when someone tells me that, like, besides just, I love this sound, there's so much vibe to it. But when someone reaches out and is like, your music is helping me a lot, like, to me, that is like a climax. Then, of course, to top it all, like, when I'm on the stage and the crowd is singing to my music word for word, that will be it. I don't care whether there are 10,000 people, whether there are 100 people in that hall, but when they are singing it word for word, that would be it. I would know that, yeah, my music is impacting people's lives. Yeah, that would, to me, it's a success.
Some people look at money, some people look at fame, some people look at many other things, but the impact to another person's life, I think you can't put a price to that. And that's the same way I feel with my podcast. Like, I don't care what else is coming with it, but when I get that text like, hey man, thanks for bringing this person to the podcast, they helped me go through this, their story resonated with me, so I'm able to do this, it impacted that's a success for me. Like, even if it's one person, that's a win for me. And I think that's the only reason why I'm still doing this, because of I feel bad to quit on the people that have been inspired by the guests that I bring on the podcast. So that's a success for me. And I like that our successes are the same, and that's a good one for the people. Do you have any upcoming projects or collaborations that you can share with us that are coming in the future? And not to spoil your work, or you might want to keep people waiting for it, but like any hints you can give to us where we can look forward to 2025?
Yeah, actually, collaborations, I've worked with a few more artists, because I haven't been collaborating, and I had to move out of that box. I had to reach out to a few people, and a few people reached out to me. So I think people should look out to Xcript and Rionga music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this 2025. Yeah, Xcript and Rionga, people should look out to that. And then, of course, again, people should look out to more from Xcript and Lily. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, more from Xcript and Lily as well. I think those are the few I can spill, because I believe those are like a couple of tracks already. I don't want to spill a lot of it, because those two tracks will be there on my EP. I've been delaying this EP like for a whole year now, because of the whole university trying to finalize thing. So this is a year that the EP will be coming out. It's called No One Cares, the EP. So this year we shall be having it. So at least those two tracks, expect them to be on the album. Yeah, a lot more in the store. So people should just be ready for Xcript. You're going to experience the most of Xcript besides just the music itself.
But speaking of finishing university, and now that you can focus on music, you still graduated, and architecture is like your job. How do you plan on balancing your architecture skills and the music career? Like, I know you're done with school, which was taking a lot of your time, but now you have to work and you have to do music. How you plan on balancing that?
The first thing here is I've always been the kind of person that, as growing up, I've seen my parents go to work from 8 a.m., come back at 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
Then they be tired, maybe cook food, eat, watch TV, sleep. I don't envision that for myself. Like, even though I finished this course, I know a lot of people expecting me maybe to go and be in the company somewhere, work from Monday to Saturday, perhaps from 8 to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. But that is not going to be my portion. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to creating my own company that can help me, like, be able to do whatever I can do at my pace, at my time, without being able to have that tension of I need you by office by 8 a.m. I need you by this time. We have a presentation at this time. I need you to do this. I need you to go on site. So I want to be able to run my company. I've officially called it Xconcept Design Studio, where I can be able to indulge in all architectural designs for people, offer that service for people. So I can do it at any time. I can decide to do it in the night. I can decide to do it during daytime. Then I have all other times for other programs to make the music, to promote the music, and to just engage, create a community, build a fan base, reach out to strangers and all that. So that's what I tend to do. Balance both, but split the time accordingly. Yes.
That was an amazing conversation about your journey. But before I let you go, you released the song Peng Ting. We've been waiting for the song for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
What does Peng Ting mean? Like for us who don't understand the word.
Now you've asked it, now I have to explain it deeper because I posted a few clips on TikTok. Me just trying to address the music, like when it's coming out, and just to make the pre-release more of sort of promotion. And people have been asking, okay, because I mentioned the word painting so many times in the music, and people kept asking, but what does painting mean? So I think this is the best time to address it. So painting to me, it's more of like a high value woman or a lady that has high value. That's to me. I think it's a slang that more originated from Jamaican side.
Okay.
I've had it a lot. Then in the UK as well, I've had it a lot. But according to this particular music, that's what it references. So in the track, it's just now me as a person using my own experiences, trying to describe that, I've been in a situationship, I've been in love. Now I'm looking at this one, I'm looking at this lady. How am I going to focus on this one? How am I going to focus on this one? So literally, just me being indecisive of a high valuable woman that is in my life, who I can actually get to spend the rest of my life with. So that's literally what the song is.
So I know you're bringing Maxi Noah on this song to collaborate with you. How did that collaboration come about, and how was it like working with Maxi Noah?
Max Noah is a very, very talented. I think talented word is I love the fact that she's more of you look at someone and you be like, this person actually knows what she wants. Like she's a go-getter. Like I met her at an event. We had gone to all to perform. Actually, it was last year. I had numerous events, but this one had skipped my mind. I met her at an event. I was one of the performers. It was more of like an album launch for an artist. We met at the backstage. We talked. We shared contacts. And she loved my sound. I loved what she was doing. And we just said, we're going to work. And I told her, cool, let's meet and work. So when I brought her in, I realized that to me, I look at her as a high value woman because she knows what she wants. She goes and gets whatever she wants. She's very, 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 I don't know, should I say, I don't know the particular word to use, a go-getter, okay, something like that. She's a go-getter, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I think she best suits this collaboration. Let her come on the song. She wrote her chorus. We decided to make it a chorus in the song. And I was like, yo, this lady, I love the sound. So that's how Max came into to the picture. That's how we collaborated and we just made a magic. And I know people are going to love it.
From the clips that you've posted and some of the sneak peeks of that song, the beat and the energy of Peng Ting is infectious. Like, what was the creative process behind it and its production, like from choosing the beat? And I know you said Maxi wrote her chorus. What was the process like?
Now, there is a guy, a producer called Tracy made it. He's from Norway. He's the one who produced the song. So I was in touch with him for some time now. He's an artist, a producer, a writer. So Tracy made it. I was talking to him. I was like, there is a song I'm looking forward to making. I don't know if you're going to want to be part of it. So he was like, actually, I've been working on a few beats. I can share some with you and you let me know. I'm like, okay. But I was looking towards something soft, something not rough, something that can be soft and chill. So he sent me this beat that is energetic. I'm like, okay, this is an interesting beat. So the direction took from a chill song to an energetic beat, because the beat right now, what we made is actually, it has a lot of energy, that vigor in it. So I'm like, okay, actually I love this beat. So we switched off from the softness and the chillness of the vibe of the music to something more aggressive with a lot of energy. And we felt like it can actually be something that people can vibe to anywhere. Their living room, in the club, and all that. That was the whole essence. So that's how we made up the song. So it was literally us just trying to create something more aggressive.
That's an amazing music, and collaborating with Maxi. She's a talented lady and hardworking lady. I hope the audience gets to listen to this song. This song should be streaming right now. Check it out. And on that point is that's why I want to ask you, how can people connect with you and support your music?
Yeah, for real, for real. So script, that is XCRIPT. Sorry, yeah. Script. So you can find script on all digital streaming platform. That is iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Boomplay, wherever you stream your music from, you can find script there. So you just type that name, you find all the music, the catalog, the previous EP, the previous singles, the collaborations. You stream them, you share them. Then on socials, to connect with me in person, to see more content, to understand the other side of me, you just search on IG, I am Xcript, Facebook, I am Xcript, Twitter, I am Xcript, TikTok, literally everywhere I am Xcript. So you can get to connect with me. Yeah, I am Xcript.
So hopefully people will connect with you and love your music and support you. And I love your music. I love your style. I love the hard work that you've done. I love the work that you put in to promote yourself as an independent artist. I know it's a lot of work. I've hosted a lot of independent artists, and it's when they sit down and they talk, that when the fans will be able to appreciate their music, that they actually go through a lot to promote these songs and put them out there for us. So I appreciate you and congratulating you for the journey you're on and doing great. So we have come to the second last segment of this podcast, and this is called Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
Rapid Fire is a segment where you give me the first answer that comes in your head when I ask you the question.
Okay.
The first question: what's your favorite Ugandan dish?
I love matoke and ginat sauce. However, I don't know if that's my favorite, but I love it a lot because I stay mostly in Kampala. But when I'm home side, that is a countryside, there is a sauce called angira. Yeah. It is beans mixed with some leaves. Then we have an oil called omoyao. So when we add it to it, oh my God, that sauce is the best. Yeah, so it's called angira.
Yeah.
So angira with omoyao, when I'm that side, the north side, because it is hard for me to eat it this side. Then when I'm here in the central, I love matoke with ginat sauce.
Nice. This is the question I just thought about. I'm going to add into here. Do people eat a lot of matoke in northern Uganda?
Yeah, actually we do, but normally we don't have it. We don't mingle. That side we have the matoke, but we eat it as a bogoya. I don't know if you know bogoya.
Yeah, I know bogoya.
Yeah, we eat it in that format, or just normal banana, or we use it to make. We cut it and we use it to make. What do they call? Katogo. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, with paste, or we fry it. Yeah.
I went to Arua. I like to take my family up north there. I went to Arua and we ate the kalo. Is it kalo? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, kalo. Yeah.
I like that.
In Arua, we call it enyasa.
Enyasa.
That is Lugbara language.
Enyasa.
Because I speak that language as well. Yeah. We don't call it kalo, we call it enyasa.
Who is your dream artist to collaborate with?
Female, 3 of them. One is Thames, Caesar, Koi Larray. Those are female.
Okay.
Then male, I'd love to really work with Chris Brown. I'd love to work with Kendrick. Then the last one is J. Cole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rema. J. Cole's dope.
Yeah, I love J. Cole.
I love J. Cole's lyrics.
Yeah.
One word to describe your music style.
Inspirational.
Inspirational. I love that. Are you a night owl or an early bird? Like, do you stay up late or do you wake up early? Or do you like to stay up late or wake up early?
I'm always late, but late, but the earliest I can go to bed is midnight. So, and besides that, I still wake up early. Can you imagine? I think it's because of the art school life that I got used to spending sleepless nights and having to wake up early for a lecture again, something like that. So I got used.
If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I think the first one I love my biggest show to be at Afro Nation. I would like to be among the artists to be there on that stage. Then from there, I would love to fill up the...
Nambole.
What is this garden called? Like, leave alone Nambole. By the way, Nambole is... yeah, Nambole. That would be another thing. I would love to fill up Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
For real.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
everybody's like that. That is like a goal right there. Like when you fill that up,
Yeah, I
you've
go.
made it.
Yeah.
That you've made it.
Then in Uganda, I would love to fill up Lugogo first. Then maybe I can fill up Nambole. Yeah. Yeah.
Some people might listen to this and seem like that's an unachievable dream, but my dad told me something. Nothing is impossible to a willing heart. And
Exactly.
the short story I'll say, like when I was in Uganda, I always wanted to work on airplanes. I wanted to fly airplanes. But the school that I went to was down in the village. Like I don't even know a pilot. I've never even been on an airplane. So that to me was an unachievable dream. Like even my friends at school told me, "You're lying to yourself. You've never been on an airplane. Do you even know any pilots or anybody?" I did not know. But long story short, that's what I do right now. Every day, like Monday through Friday, spend time in a plane. Like but so sometimes in our eyes we cannot see it. So people might laugh. People laughed at me at school, but people might laugh like when you say Madison Square Garden, 10 years down the road. Script is on Madison Square. No matter how it happened or how people be like, "Hey, how did it happen?" So I never play around with dreams and goals. Like I'm a dreamer. So I believe that, yeah.
That's true because that's why when I look at Burna Boy, his story is so touching. Like how he came up, now he's selling stadiums almost in every country.
Exactly.
And when you look at his past, oh my God, that's why to me, I normally, because I believe a lot in God. So I believe like when God's grace is on me, like the light will always be there at the end of the tunnel.
That's true.
Because God said, light will always overcome everything, whether in the darkness or so. His light will always shine upon you wherever, and your grace, the grace you carry, will always take you far.
That is true.
So when you believe in yourself, and you know that actually I have the light. That light is within me, and I have the grace of God working with me. There's nothing that can stop you from achieving whatever you can achieve. So you just have to keep manifesting whatever you want in life, and they will keep happening as long as you stick on your grind, you have a plan, you have a vision of where you're heading, and of course a team to work with, and you keep pushing and you get there. Because people are going to talk, man. Like me, people have talked, man. I've had a lot people say about my journey, but I've always been focused. Like I've had people say that, okay, but how can you do music? How can you do architecture? How can you make the two work? Guess what? Right now, I'm an architect. I'm here. I'm an architect. Guess what? I'm on your podcast today. Would it be possible if I just, said, no, man, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't listen to naysayers ever. Like, to me, listening to them is the biggest downgrade in your life.
That's true.
You just have to have that plan of yours, stick to it, and keep grinding.
Yeah, that is true. I like that part that you share about that. I know that would be inspirational to everybody that listen to it. Final part of the podcast. I don't want DOP to kick us out of here because he gave us a short time too. What's a life lesson you've learned in life to this point? And these are just quick answers too.
Life lesson. I think one, you just have to believe in yourself, because nobody's going to believe in you unless you first believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Now, me, I have to believe in myself the most. That is the first life lesson. The second life lesson is discipline. Discipline. Like, you can have the best goals, but without being consistent and disciplined, you can't achieve. That's what has kept me going. Like, being disciplined, believing in myself. And the most of it all that I've learned is that in this life, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. It's either, besides God, you need people. Like, you have to build a community. Like, that's how you're going to get there to the top. I can't go and sell Madison Square Garden by myself. So you have to believe, you have to grind, you just have to trust your instincts and keep moving. Yeah.
That's true. The other one, what gets you excited about life?
I think the fact that I'm eager to live. I don't just want to exist on earth by just existing. I just want to live.
Yeah.
That means that I have to do whatever makes me happy and whatever brings positive energy into other people as well. So that is living to me.
Final question. This is this is a signature question for the podcast. Who would you like to see on this podcast next as a guest? And you help us get the person here.
I think you should bring Ruyonga
Yeah,
here.
actually, Ruyonga is. Yeah, Ruyonga. Actually, Maxi already. We have a. I've been in touch with Ruyonga, so probably soon he's going to be on the podcast. So yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, I would love to see him here.
All right. All
Yeah.
right, man. Thank you very much, Xcript, for your conversation and telling
Yeah.
us a little bit about your life, your journey, your music. Hopefully the people will support you and hopefully people will listen to your music. It was amazing to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, for real, it was amazing. It has been a privilege, and thank you so much. This place, I love the ambience and everything is amazing. This is Dance Soft Studios. So, guys, let me tell you something about this place. Small. These guys have the most effective, should I say, equipment and the comfort of this area. I'm here seated, I don't know. The area is so soothing. Like, I'm so comfortable. There is an AC here. The lighting.
Yeah.
Everything is amazing. So, guys, I don't know where you guys are doing your podcast from, but oh my God, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Actually, when I entered, that was the first thing I told him. I'm like, I love the comfort of this area. Like, it's so comfortable.
Cool.
So I just love the everything. I love it.
Thank you. That's good. We love to hear that. Hey there, my name is Bonnie Chibuka, the podcast host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave a feedback on this podcast, so that's how we grow. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Xcript sitting right here in front of you. You're watching me, Xcript. That is Xcript. And I'm chilling in Dance Soft Studios. Right now, we just did a podcast with the Ugandan Boy. That's the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. So, guys, we have talked a lot about me, myself, my journey in the architecture because I am an architect as well. We've talked about my music and a lot of stuff that you'll be getting to know as mi yote agwarwadiki mimane androde because of my moving forward and believing in myself. So danami nebi amoto chiki chiki and Dance Soft Studio kawoni we'll be pushing this Ugandan Boy podcast. Stay tuned, keep listening, and don't forget to follow us. Bless, stay tuned. I was anxious. Really? Okay, cool.
Run your paintbrush all down me. Your prodigy like Claire, you need me. I would be your muse if you let me. I will be your Mona Lisa when you feel free. Run your paintbrush all down me. Your prodigy like Claire, you need me.